First day back out there. How's it feel?
It felt great, man. It felt great to get back out there with the guys. Flying around to the ball as always, communicating well as always. So I'm really excited about this team this year.
Getting to see all the guys together, what's the biggest thing that stands out about this group? How do you describe the team?
Really just how well we push each other. Everybody on this team, whether they're returning from last year or a few years ago or whether they're new, we all have that same hunger to be a great defense. And, it just spreads around the entire defense. So we're excited to go out there and show that we can dominate.
With how long you've been around the program, is there still a sense of newness today, or is it kind of just picking up where you left off? What's that overall feeling like?
Yeah, there's always a sense of newness, with the transfer portal and NIL and stuff going around. You'll get a bunch of new players in every year. But at the core, it's still the same defense, the same tenacity that we have had since 2020. That's what I like most about this team. Throughout all the changes and stuff that we had, personnel-wise, coaching-wise, we never shied away from who we are.
I know Coach Traylor mentioned that at some point he talked to you guys about the college football playoff and the path to that. How does that sort of change your outlook, or how do you reflect on that opportunity?
It doesn't really change our team's outlook. We still planning to win every day, planning to win every game. So right now we're focused on Kennesaw State. It could be a possibility for us to be in the 12 if we handle our business, but it won't mean anything if we don't handle business starting August 31st.
There's a lot of newcomers on the roster. Looks like one of the deepest teams UTSA's had. You think that's a fair assessment?
I think so. Like I said, with the transfer portal and things like that, a lot of players looked at UTSA and saw what type of defense that we are and how fun it can be to play with them. So it just attracts a lot more talent, and I'm happy for that. Now we just have to get that talent to get in line with our culture that we've been on for the past 5 years. And once we get to do that, the sky can be the limit for us.
How much has that changed since you've been here? Like that atmosphere?
Repeat that question again.
Like how much has it changed where people want to come here versus
it's changed.
Leaving?
It's changed a lot, definitely. I remember, 2019, we weren't that good of a team, so there wasn't a lot of recruits coming in or a lot of recruits visiting. Now, you can look at any given practice, there's about 50 or so recruits just standing on the sideline watching how we practice. So that's a testament to the players that's been here for the past 5 years. And, I know that we'll be able to uphold that standard this year.
And to that point, Coach has reiterated to us several times that with NIL and transfer portal and all the stuff, each year, each semester, the overwhelming majority of his guys stay right here. Mm-hmm. What does that mean to you that that's happening with so many options and so much poaching going on?
It means it's a family feel. Every football player, whether they know it or not, they want to be a part of something special. And it's hard to be a part of something special whenever you're bouncing around from team to team and you don't really understand what culture they have going on. But if you come to our team, we let you know right away what our culture is, and we let you know how we play defense. And for the vast majority, every guy that's came in has loved it and has wanted to stay and play for us. So I love it.
Coach Traylor has mentioned to us a couple of times wanting to be a little bit sharper in the non-conference season and avoid some of the losses of recent years. What has to be different in that way in your perspective?
Just starting off fast. We don't. There's never really a time for a learning curve in the football season, but there's definitely really not a time anymore if we want to come out and be on top for the non-conference schedule. I know for the past couple of years we struggled the first 3 or 4 games as far as getting wins, but this year should be a different story just about how we trained over the offseason and how we emphasized that. So, yeah.
Is the approach to practice any different to try to jump that learning curve or speed that along?
The approach to practice isn't really different. Just putting it in players and coaches' minds to start off fast is the main thing.
As you've been around this group, who's sort of emerged as a leader through the summer and now getting into the fall?
We got Jamal Ligon, we got Brandon Brown, who's been a part of the defense. Both those guys have been a part of the defense for as long as I have. So they have as much say, if not more, than I do. Elliot Davison across from me, Zay Frazier at the corner position. These are all guys that's, stayed true to the culture pillars since they've arrived here. Some of them got here 2020, 2021, whatever. They just kept pounding the fist each day, and it shows with where they are in the depth chart and where they are, in the conference.
You mentioned in the spring about your process of wanting to become more vocal. What kind of progress have you made in that sense?
I feel like I've made great progress. I feel like my teammates hear me more instead of seeing me, I guess, exemplify those culture pillars. They still see me, but they hear a lot more from me now, and I'm proud of myself for that. Still got a lot more to improve as far as that end, but I'm making great strides with that.
It seems like as a team you have a lot of guys who are more kind of lead by example types. Coach Traylor said it's a pretty quiet group in some ways. Is the personality different? Just sort of what's it like within the group?
I wouldn't say it's different. We still have our characters on the team. We still got Diane running around. We still got Jamori. So yeah, I wouldn't say our character is the same, but I would say, I don't know. I would say our leaders we're learning to be more vocal, but it doesn't knock them to say that they're not being a leader if they're not being vocal. You know, if you're going out adhering to all pillars of the culture, then you should be good.
Do you aspire to be a single-digit guy this year? Have you thought about that part?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I put together a good resume over the past 5 years. You know, if it happens, it happens. Though. If not, I still get to play football on Saturdays with my guys, bro. That's the biggest thing I want to do.
I've been asking a couple of the other guys about the helmet communication. How does that sort of change things for defense and how you're going to communicate within the game?
It's gonna be fun. I know I tried it out in the spring. They had 2 helmet headsets on the defense, one for the middle linebacker and safeties. I think they're moving to 1, so they're probably gonna take mine out, which was a bummer because that was cool. That was real cool. But yeah, it should allow us to communicate effectively, get the calls quicker, get checks quicker, and things like that. And I feel like we'll be a better defense because of it.
Do you think you get a lot of stuff from Jamal then, or do you still look to the sideline quite a bit? How do you think?
Yeah, we still look to the sideline on the defensive back area, just because, you know, the linebackers in front of us, you don't want him to turn around and take his eyes away from the balls and get calls and things like that. So yeah, any chance we get, we're looking at the sideline, all 11, just to make sure that we're all on the same page.
Good deal.
Right on. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.